Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you're here with me live, awesome. Thanks for showing up. I'm Karen Dubs, FlexibleWarrior.com. And if you're here and joining me later, awesome too. Just make sure you carve out this next little while for your self-care. And so I just wanted to talk real quick before we get started in the physical practice, the 30-minute core and chill, and talk a little bit about the change of seasons. And obviously it's getting a little chillier. The daylight is changing, a little darker. And you know, it's really a wonderful time of year to just really honor the change of seasons. And I really encourage people, 3 easy, enjoyable things. We need to make things a little bit more lighthearted and enjoyable, and definitely go with the flow as much as possible now. So 3 quick things. 1, get outside as much as possible. If you're outside with me right now, awesome, extra bonus points to you, get fresh air. But go for your runs, your walks with your animals or on your own, your bike rides, all those things. Like, get the fresh air, get outside as much as possible as you can, okay? The second thing is eat seasonally and eat locally as much as possible. So get to your farmers markets, you know, in season right now as we head into fall, or apples. You can have an apple with some almond butter or peanut butter if you're not sensitive to that. Add some superfoods to it, like cacao nibs, flaxseed, chia seeds, something like that. Squash is in season, corn, peppers are in season. So eat locally and eat with the seasons. We practice this if you join me for challenges, we do this all the time. And the third thing is obviously what we're here for right now, and that is self-care. So, you know, to boost your immune system, we've got to reduce stress, which can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but reducing stress and stretching ourselves and doing things that are in line with our mind, body, and spirit, so you can really fuel your life force energy, which is good for your immune system, good for your gut health, and good for your overall health. So those are your three quick little tips. And so today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a 30-minute core and chill. So we're going to start with a little bit of breathing, and then we're going to move into the core stabilization. And as always, you want to honor, protect, and listen to your body. So at any point you need to modify or change things up, all good. You do you, I do me, and everybody's good. Okay, so starting with an easy seated pose, if you want to grab a pillow from your couch or from your lounge chair outside, you can scooch those underneath your hips if that feels better for you. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Close your eyes, and we're just going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Again, if you're outside with me, really get that fresh air in, but even if you're indoors, all good. Just breathe in as deeply as you can. Inhale. And as you exhale, try to really melt tension in your neck and your shoulders and your jaw. Feel the belly draw in and the tailbone anchor down. Let's do that 2 more times. So deep breath in through the nose. Sit up as tall as you can. Lift and open the crown of your head, spiraling up to the sky. Fill your lungs to full capacity. And as you exhale, consciously drop tension. If you notice that you hold it in your jaw, between your eyebrows, and your neck and your shoulders, try to consciously soften and relax. And 1 more time. Deep breath in. Fill lungs, maximum capacity. And exhale, let it go. And arrive here on your mat. So try to really block out distraction the best that you can. All right, so I want you to go ahead and turn to the side, or wherever you are on your mat, and I'll try to scooch away a little bit more so you can see me. So what we're going to do is a half roll back. So I want you to start with your hands underneath your thighs. I want you to sit up as tall as you can and think about rowing the shoulder blades as if you had a row machine and you're pulling your shoulder blades back and down, squeezing your scapula together. Sitting up as tall as you can. Your toes are together to touch. Your knees are going to squeeze together. So you're sitting right on top of the sitting bones, okay? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to roll right behind your sitting bones. Try to squeeze those knees together. Come halfway down just until your low back touches the mat. Okay, your eyes are focused right out beyond your knees. And then if you need to pull behind your thighs for some support to get yourself back up, go ahead and do that. Inhale, lift up tall, and exhale, roll back again. So just starting with a half roll back. If you don't have to hold back behind your thighs, then you can let go and reach through your fingertips. Again, if you need your hands behind your thighs on the way up, feel free to do that. Either way, at the top of the movement, roll the shoulders back and down so you feel like you're sitting up as tall as you can. You're really strengthening your upper middle back. And 2 more times. Breathing as you roll and tuck your chins to your chest. You're squeezing your knees together. Fingertips are reaching. Feel that little quiver, belly pulling in. and then rolling up. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your scapula together, and one more time. Tuck your tailbone, rolling back. Roll, 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 roll. And then coming all the way back up. Now what we're gonna do is add a little twist to that. So inhale, come up. Exhale, roll back again. Reach your fingertips. Okay, and then sweep kind of over and across to the right. So you're really working the obliques on your right side. Your left hand could be across your right knee. Look out behind your right fingertips, or right, lengthening through your fingertips, and then come all the way back up. Lengthen through your fingertips. Take a big breath in for me. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll back, squeeze those knees together. Try not to forget to squeeze the knees, and then sweep the left hand out and lengthen away. Your right hand can be right across your left knee, lengthening and looking right out beyond your left fingertips. And then bring it back up. So you feel your obliques. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tuck back. Roll and twist and lengthen. Look right beyond your fingertips. Sweep it back up. Inhale, reach. We're gonna flow a little bit more here. Exhale, tuck and round. Pull that belly in. Sweep and lengthen back. Right hand across left knee. And one more time on each side. Inhale, lift. Really stretch through those fingertips. Exhale, tuck, belly pulls in, tailbone tucks. Sweep and lengthen. Feel those obliques work. Reach long through your fingertips. And do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, tuck and round. Right hand sweeps behind the left knee or beyond the left knee. Left hand stretches back. Reach, lengthen, and come all the way back. I feel that already. Do you? Exhale, bring your hands to your knees. Okay, go ahead and cross your legs for a second. So you're going to take your right hand, reach it up and over your head, and then stretch over to the side. So you're getting that nice oblique stretch. You can bend this bottom elbow if you like, and deepen the stretch a little bit more, reaching the elbow towards the ground. Make sure this hand is right by the ear, the arms by the ear, so you're not collapsing forward, in other words. Inhale, stretch and reach to the sky. Exhale, oblique stretch on the other side. This should feel so good. Stretch and reach, soften, extend. Again, arms right by the ear. Let's do it one more time on each side. So inhale, lifts you. Exhale, takes it to the side. Oh, it feels so good. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, take it to the side. Okay, so now we're going to pivot again and do that half roll back again. We're going to add on a little bit of balance to it, so you guys know boat pose. So come into your boat pose. Option for now is just to keep those knees bent, hands underneath the thighs. Again, roll your scapula back and down, so you're retracting the upper middle back, strengthening. Okay, lengthen through those toes. Take a deep breath in, and then just like we practiced in the beginning, you're tucking behind your tailbone, trying to use your control the best you can. Reach through those fingertips, take an inhale, and then rock yourself back up to sitting on your tailbone, on your sacrum. Lengthen through your legs if you can. Again, if you have really trained hamstrings, I know a lot of those that are followers here are runners, and the hammies are a little tight. All good. A little bend in the knees, no worries. Either way, retract your shoulder blades down, lengthen through those toes, and then bend those knees with as much control as possible. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Right at the bottom, you inhale. Good job, you guys. Float back up, lengthen through those toes. Again, straighten your legs as much as you comfortably can. Really reach through those toes. Take an inhale. Let's do one more. Bend your knees, roll halfway down. Maybe you have a puppy under your legs helping you a little bit. And then come all the way back up. Control, 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 control. I mean, right, we can't control much right now, but maybe we can try to control what's happening physically in our body and practicing the self-care. Good job, you guys. Okay, go ahead and cross those ankles. You can make your way to plank pose. So feel free to hop through if you're a hopper. Don't worry about it if you're not. Just make your way to plank, right into the top of a push-up. And I'm actually getting warmer, so stay in your plank position, but I'm ready to peel off the layer. I'm surprised because I feel like it's maybe like 50 degrees this morning, but I'm already getting warmer. Now I'd like for your toes to be together to touch in your plank pose here. And the reason I want your toes together to touch is because I really want you squeezing to the midline, squeezing the inner thighs, feeling that engagement from the pelvic floor all the way up into the abdominal wall. Belly pulling in and up. Take one more breath. And then bend your elbows. You can lower all the way down to your mat. We're going to hover up and down in some Superman, Superwoman floats. So you're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, lower down. So we're strengthening the back of the body. Inhale, lengthen up, make sure those shoulders are pulling down, elbows are hugging in, And exhale, lower back down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, float it up, 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 up. And exhale, lower down. This is your last one. Inhale, float it up. And exhale, lower down. We're gonna push into an upward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, use your core to lift your hips up to the sky. Come into downward facing dog. What you doing, Bruno? So in your downward facing dog, we are going to do a little twist. And move out of the way, buddy boy. So in your downward dog, I want you to really spread your fingertips out wide. Make sure your feet are hip bone distance apart too. Shift your weight into your right hand. Reach around, grab the outside of your right ankle with your left hand. What a great stretch. Feels really good in the hamstrings. Also good for the core. Now I want you to look under your right arm and kind of twist and rotate. Take a very deep breath in. And let's switch sides. So place your left hand down, shift your weight into your left hand, take your right hand, reach it around, grab onto the outside of your left calf or ankle, look underneath your left arm, get that nice twist, breathing all the while, and release it down. Perfect job. You can release your knees and have a seat again. So having a seat, we're gonna come back to that boat and add a little twist to that. So coming back to the boat that we practiced a second ago, here we are. If it's not one of your favorites, sorry, because we were doing 3 rounds of it today. So reaching through the toes, we're gonna add these 2 components together. So I want you to tuck behind your tailbone just like we did earlier. Use as much as control as you can, really articulating through the spine. Take an inhale and then rock yourself up and twist to the side. So you can bring your hands together in prayer. Bring your left elbow outside of your right thigh. Take a deep breath in, lower back down. This is your inhale. If you need to use your hands, go ahead and use them to help you up, but try to do it without your hands. Just try, nobody's watching, it's all good. Do the best you can. Right elbow across left knee, rotating through your rib cage. And a couple more. So come back to center, inhale, roll it down. Exhale, roll it up. Hand across, or elbow across opposite thigh, and then roll it back down, and rolling it back up. I'm feeling this a lot too, if you're feeling it. Rotate through the ribcage. Last 2, you guys. So inhale, exhale, lots of control. Up and over. If you want to, you can take your hand across your knee, reach out through your arms and legs. Give it a try. And then bend. One more time, hands at heart center. You breathe in. You exhale, roll it up with as much control as you can. Again, that option is hand across opposite knee. Left hand stretches out, reach through your toes too. Inhale. And exhale, release. Woo! Okay. So feet are going to be hip distance apart here. Fingertips are going to turn into face you. And we're going to lift up for reverse tabletop. I don't know about you, but when I do a lot of those kind of boats and those sorts of things, I feel it a lot in my hip flexors and quads too. Maybe you do as well. So this is a great chest, shoulder stretch, but it gets hip flexors and quads opening at the same time. You're going to breathe in, really press through the feet, the palms, lift the hips up. And then what we're going to do is straighten the legs. Do the best you can with this, by the way. So my arms are long. It's a little easier for me. You can do it with blocks too if you're having a hard time. But the legs are going to straighten out, and you're going to try to keep your tailbone up from the ground, like maybe an inch or so up from the ground. Now you bend your knees. Try not to swipe the tailbone across the mat as you lift back up to your incline bridge. And exhale, straighten the legs. Keep that tailbone an inch or so above the mat as you hinge back and really use your core. Awesome job. One more time. Inhale, get that good stretch. Press through the feet, lift through the hips. And exhale, straighten the legs. Keep that core strong as it hovers. And you hold for 3, 2, and release it down. Beautiful job. Okay, so now we're going to do a full roll up, and we're going to start with a hamstring stretch first. So you can go ahead and straighten your legs. If you have a puppy available or a cat or something, you can give them a little pet through this. So kids and animals love all of this. Now I want you to really flex through your feet, be active through your feet, stretch through your fingertips, so you feel like you're a good straight angle from fingertips, ears, hips, from hips to knees to heels, and then toes flexing in. Everything's active, including belly to spine. Take a big breath in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hinge forward, stretching and reaching kind of out towards your feet, maybe beyond your toes, if you can. Not that that's a goal, but think about lengthening out. And then you're going to lift back up, arms are by the ears, flex through those feet, don't forget, and then tuck behind the tailbone, just like we did in the beginning. Roll through your spine, roll, 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 roll. Inhale. Now reach out over your head, keep those feet flexed. Roll the hands to the sky. Try to peel your spine up one vertebra at a time. That's the hard part. If you need to hold onto your thighs, go ahead and do that. It's all good. However you can get yourself back up. Stretch and reach beyond the toes. Full body stretch. Get those hamstrings a stretch. Nose towards your knees. Then stack your vertebra. Sit up really tall. Flex through those feet. Stretch through your fingertips. Lengthen everything out. And then tuck behind the tailbone. Okay? Now we're going to do those a few more times. This is a roll up. You're going to inhale and reach. Exhale, peel it up. Try to control the best you can. Stretch and reach out beyond the toes. Get that good stretch. Stack the vertebra, lengthen through the fingertips. Take a deep breath for me. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll back. Nice job, you guys. Can you do a couple more? Do the best you can with it. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, try not to throw the arms forward. Keep them by the ears. It's a lot harder, both on the way up and the way down. So you can try it here. So if you keep the arms by the ears, as you tuck and roll down, it's a lot harder. It's a little bit more weight to lift. So give that a try. Try not to throw the arms forward. Keep the arms back by the ears. Find that magical place that challenges you, but you can actually do it as well. You got one more in you. Take a very deep breath. Lots of positive energy in. Exhale, tuck. Lots of control. Again, we're controlling what we can here and also going with the flow. Big breath in. This is your last one. Exhale, peel it up. Challenge yourself. Stretch and reach out beyond the toes. Full body stretch. And come all the way back up. Awesome job. So that is not easy for me either. That's actually a Pilates exercise called a roll-up. And it's one of those things that comes with practice and consistency like anything else. All right, so we're gonna make our way back to plank. Again, you are welcome to hop through. If you're comfortable hopping, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just make your way back to plank in whatever way feels good. Bring those big toes together to touch. Squeeze to the midline, a little soft elbow bend. Okay, so try not to lock out the joint. Feel the strength in the core of your body. Take a very deep breath. And then exhale, bend your elbows and lower back down to your mat. We're gonna do one more set of the Superman, Superwoman. So I want you to inhale, float it up, strengthen the back of the body, and exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, floating it up, elbows pull back to the hips, shoulders pull back from the ears, you're lengthening through their toes, and exhale, roll it back down. This is your last one. Inhale, float it up, lift, 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 and exhale, release it down. Now curl your toes under, come up through, push up, and go straight into a downward facing dog. Now in your downward dog, I want you to shake out your head. Hips are lifting to the sky, palms are pressing, heels are dropping. Close your eyes if you can and take 3 very deep breaths like we practiced at the beginning. Just taking a moment to ground and center yourself. Take one more very deep breath in. And then go ahead and release your knees down to your mat. Good, the next thing we're gonna do is a child's pose. So in this particular child's pose, I want you to drop your hands back by your feet and drop your forehead down to the mat. So fingertips back to feet, forehead down. This is your chill pose. This is your opportunity to sort of fold into yourself. This is a time definitely in the world where introspection and looking inward and inward journeys are really wonderful time to practice all of that. So maybe close your eyes and just for the next few seconds, try to block out distraction. And I wanna just hold a little space here to just take a time out and to breathe. So with yourself in this little child's pose, breathe into your back. Try to send the breath as deep into the rib cage and wide into the lungs as you can. As you exhale, soften your elbows, soften your jaw, let go of any tension that you're holding. And do that 2 more times. So breathing in and out through your nose, sending a message of peace and calm to your central nervous system, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is very much in charge of rest and recovery and digestion. Take 1 more very deep breath. Taking in nature if you are outside, listening to the sounds of nature, feeling the air on your skin, very healing. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and come into upward facing camel from there. So I want you to push through your knees. Use your glutes a little bit to lift you. You're going to inhale, and we're going to stretch the whole front line of the body. So not only are we strong in our core, but we're flexible as well. Lift out and up. Don't worry about how far you're reaching. Make sure you're feeling more open and lifted. And then exhale, come right down to your hands and your knees. And we're just going to finish with a nice, easy cat-cow. So with your cat-cow, when you lift your tailbone up, you open your heart, you draw your chin away from your chest. And as you exhale, you're going to push through your palms, tuck your chin to your chest. And all I want you to do is curl your toes under, lift your knees an inch or 2 off the mat so you really feel your core. So the knees are hovering, the palms are pressing, the spine is rounding up, and you're drawing your hips and your ribs towards each other. You can shift your knees a little bit from right to left, feel the obliques a little bit more, and then release back to center. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, opening up to cow pose, chin away from the chest, scapula pulling back and down, toes are pointed. Exhale, round through the spine, hollow the belly, chin to chest, curl the toes, hover the knees, really push your spine up to the sky, feeling that strength in your core. Shift a little bit right and left. Feel it a little bit more. And 1 more time. So point the toes, inhale, open the heart, chin away from the chest, scapula pulls back and down, or shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, push the palms. This is your last one. Tuck the tailbone, curl the toes, lift the kneecaps up, chin to chest, push your spine up to the sky. 3, 2, and release it all the way down. Nice job, you guys. You can come into a seated position, finishing up with a last little side stretch, just like we did at the beginning, and then a little breathing exercise. So you can put your right hand down, stretch your left hand straight up, take a deep breath in, and exhale, take it over to the side. So you can walk your fingertips a little further away, maybe bring the elbow down to the ground. But by the way, as you draw your elbow down to the ground, don't let your hip lift up. So that's sort of cheating. So don't worry about touching the elbow down. If it naturally goes as you keep your hip down, then go ahead and go for it, but don't force it. You inhale, stretch up and out, take a deep breath in. Exhale, take it to the other side. So stretching over, again, working that elbow down to the ground without popping your hip up. Try not to collapse forward, keep it open. And 1 more time on each side. So inhale, reach, and exhale, up and over. And this is your last one. Inhale, lift, and exhale, up and over. So the last thing we're going to do is a little breathing exercise. This is your chill power. Again, what we're really trying to do is activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So stress is really not good for the immune system. So as we transition into the fall and winter season here, being mindful that reducing stress is going to help your immune system. So that's why getting out of nature more is very grounding. That's why eating really good, healthy, healing, nutrient-dense foods that are good for gut health and not stressful on the body. And then, of course, practicing breathing exercises and really yoga too. So you can lie straight down on your back if you prefer. Otherwise, coming into a seated position, but being mindful of awareness and posture. So in good alignment. And in good alignment means also that thoughts, what you want, how you want to feel, is in line with what your actions are. So not only are we in alignment in our physical body, ears, shoulders, hips, right? We're also in alignment with how we want to feel is in line. What we say is in line with what we are actually doing. So that's what we're going to be practicing along with our breathing. So thumb and index finger together to touch if you like, Jnana Mudra. Close your eyes. Let's just take a moment out to breathe. And by the way, if you're a type of person, a type A achiever, and being still and quieting the mind doesn't feel productive for you, just know this, that doing so actually will make you more productive, okay? So taking this time out for the next minute or two actually will fuel your life force energy and will ultimately make you more productive. So thumb and index finger together to touch, eyes closed, mindful on the inside, do your internal work. Take a deep cleansing breath in, bring awareness to posture, crown of the head to the sky, heart open, shoulders relaxed, elbows back and down, tailbone anchoring into the earth. Take a moment to be still, and again, if you are outside in nature, feel the air, hear the sounds around you, and just be conscious of the healing power that's all around us and the magic that is all around us. Focusing our energy on what is good and what is right, and being a source of peace and positivity, not only for our own selves, but to share that and to be part of that positive ripple effect for others. And just take a moment to slow down and quiet and center your mind. And ask yourself, how do I want to feel? And let some words come to mind. Maybe it's peace, calm, strong, resilient, flexible, light, happy. Just take a few moments to slow down and listen to your thoughts. Let it come to you. How do you want to feel? Continue to take deep, cleansing, slow, smooth breaths. And again, if a word is not strongly coming to you, don't judge yourself for that. It's okay. Just practice this more often. The words will come. When you have silence, when you're in nature, it comes more often. You can never go wrong with peace. And then in addition to that, take a second to contemplate, how can I feel more of what I want to feel today? What can I do to feel more peaceful, to feel stronger, to feel more aligned in my mind, my body, and my spirit? Just take a moment to slow down and listen. And with your next breath in, fill your lungs and your heart as completely as possible. Gather positivity with your inhale. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center space. Bow your chin to your chest. Remember, so part of this practice is to be physically flexible, but to also carry that flexibility, that positivity out into the world and to be part of the positive ripple effect. So let's take one more deep breath in together. Yoga is unity. So with the power of your breath, gather that positive energy, be part of the positive ripple effect, and exhale, draw it in and back to your heart center space. And the light within me honors and acknowledges that same light that is within you. Thank you for carving out time to join me, whether it's live or later. Thank you for being here. And remember to stay healthy and positive and flexible warriors, okay? So have a great rest of your day. More information about private sessions and upcoming challenges on my website at flexiblewarrior.com. So have a good rest of the day and reach out to me, flexiblewarrior.com, if you want any more info. Thanks so much. Don't forget to drink your water too. Bye.